2, 1. Hey guys, what's going on? And welcome to episode 153 of the KBMOD podcast featuring Skrillex's mom, which very surprising. If you weren't in the if you're just listening to this recorded version, you'll have to, I don't know, go back and watch the VOD on the channel to understand that. But it is
It was a meme.
Today? It was a meme. It was a meme created by NFEN.
Meme.
An
epic meme. Some would say
an MAYMAI, or yeah, a May, if you will. It is August 10th, 2014. It is Sunday, and it's
this
good to be back.
podcast was brought to you by Blue Microphones.
There you go.
Thank
Good
you.
job.
You already did better promo than I did last
Forever
week.
and always.
Yes, Blue Microphones since 1622.
They're a really old company.
Before America was even founded.
That's
Exactly.
crazy because there was no electricity to use their microphones, so I don't understand.
Yeah, they were
That's
ahead
why
of their
they're so
time.
far ahead of the game now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why they're able to sell these quality products for such a good price, is because they have the tech for a long time. But yeah, before they used to could get the electricity by static off a carpet. They would actually rub very clothes really
They would
fast.
just
It
touch
was
the
really
microphone
hard
and
to do a
transfer
podcast in
the
1630.
static shock.
It was
Yeah.
super difficult.
It
Fuck
required a
Tesla,
lot.
fuck Edison. It's all about blue microphones and their innovations that paved the way
Yes.
for electricity everywhere.
Yeah.
They don't get enough credit, and we're just trying to shine some of that light. I mean, not just because they sponsor us, but you can go to bluemics.com to check out their products for real. Yeah, it's good to be back. Me and Nick and I have been gone for a while. A lot of things going on this past couple weekends. Brandon is in the air going to Gamescom. But we got Sham on today. Good to have you.
Yeah,
on.
you do. You got me.
We do. And yeah, how's everyone doing? What's been happening this week?
Doing good.
Yeah.
Doing good.
Are we going
Let's
to
do
do
the-
the round
let's-
table?
Yeah, well, yeah, let's do, if there's anything, every time I always like to do, if there's, see if anyone's having fun outside of their video game life.
I like to see if people are having social lives because mine sucks and I really
Yeah,
need
I like
somebody.
to live vicariously
Please.
somebody else.
This is all I have. Just tell me you had fun.
I'm literally lathering my dig up right now, so someone start a story, and I need this. Come on. Did you do
I
anything?
need this.
I
Yeah, Dan.
broke my phone today, but that's
It's
okay
not fun.
because there's a new phone coming this week.
Oh, that's fun.
That is fun. I got a OnePlus which is a phone that you can
Oh,
only
yeah.
buy via invite to buy it. So
What the hell is that? I've never even heard of it.
Yeah,
It's
we're-
really cheap. It's like
It's
$300
super
bucks.
Yeah, and it's-
off contract.
Mm-hmm. And it's like
And it's really
same
good.
specs as like a S5 or something like
That's
that.
nice.
Yeah, so it's not. It's their own manufacturer. It's not like we just sell
One-
an unlocked phone that's
yeah,
from
OnePlus
somebody
is
else.
the company, and they use
Okay.
a CyanogenMod, which is a
I
well-known
gotcha.
Android ROM that people use. It's
Mhm.
very close to stock Android, and you can do a whole lot of customization with it. But shout outs to Gatman in the community there. He gave me that invite. Invites are very, very scarce for it.
Oh yeah, because
And,
I didn't know if somebody just owns the phone, they can invite whoever, or do they just have like
so you
one
get a
invite?
code, and it allows you to have the opportunity to buy the phone. Like
I fucking love that.
Yeah.
Like
nice. The
they're
freaking patriarchy.
so
really
little.
exclusive
Yeah,
for
they're not
phones.
like Samsung production wise, so they have to limit it a lot. They're
It's like some weird Willy Wonka lottery to
Yeah.
get a phone.
Lucky Snake. Thank you for subscribing, sir. But yeah, it'll be here this week, which is good timing. I had not broken my phone at all, even with the glass back and front, for 2 years, and now I finally have done it. So I don't even know when it happened.
yeah, I've
Probably
always
when I
put
was.
mine. I've always put mine in an OtterBox, so I can not break
Yep.
it even if I tried. So
Could
I
run
mean, it's
over
just
an
that it doesn't
OtterBox.
fit in my pocket that well, but at least the phone's safe.
But so that's happening, and I got incredibly drunk last night, and
Yeah, that
Yeah,
one
you
tweet
did.
was very
You
solid.
that was a
absolutely
good
did.
tweet.
That was some
very
euphoric tweeting.
It was.
euphoric. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Sounds
was
like you had a nice
time.
I did.
I still couldn't figure out. Were you? Let's break down that tweet. I mean, maybe you don't even know, but was the part? Were you talking about the skin? And the only word I couldn't really figure out was the. What did you say? P9 or something? Hold on, I gotta bring up the actual tweet, but it was a good one.
I have the
yeah.
just euphoric with Sean. That was a good one.
Yes,
Where is it?
that was a really really
I
good
gotta
tweet.
find this.
I'm
Very
finding it
simple
right
to the
now.
point.
There it is. This is. I legit have no idea what.
Okay, that's
Well,
Holy
Can
clearly,
you
shit.
even pronounce anything that's in this tweet?
Dumb VB P29 PP 9 a.m. detunk. That's
Well,
what I've
yeah.
got.
I mean,
Can you even recall what you could have possibly been saying to yourself in your subconscious that you were trying to tweet and make sense of there?
I think I meant to put like it's 2 a.m. and I am drunk or something, but it wasn't 2 a.m. It was 11:30.
Yeah.
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 Well, okay, yeah.
Um,
P29 PPPP. Classic.
PP.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about where Bly is. He's sick, I'm assuming.
Yeah, he's
this
sick.
week?
Yeah, he's
he
still pretty
also
sick.
Cooked all his pots in his oven today. So that's cool.
Oh, nice.
He preheated his oven, forgetting that he was storing all his pots in his oven.
Oh my god. Well, that's
Nothing
good.
bad came out of it. So
That's good.
That's unfortunate. Or something
Wow.
bad to happen.
Oh, wait, it was in reply to Black
Yeah,
Light
the
Attack.
P2000. That's
Yeah.
why I thought it was a
Oh,
P2000.
I was
thing.
saying that is the P2000 is dumb, I think is what I was saying.
I am drunk.
I am drunk. Also,
That makes sense. Yeah.
yeah. USP. I think I was trying to say about how USP sucks, actually. I definitely don't like the USP.
It is pretty bad.
That's garbage.
So maybe I was saying you should use the P2000 because, yeah, I don't know. I legit have no idea. It's a
Yeah.
really good tweet, though, in the end.
It's a good one. Yeah, it's a good one. I liked it. I don't know. It doesn't really, because I was like, maybe this is the new "fuck you, cost me everything," but I realize it's not on that level.
No, because the situation
it's a good spiritual successor to that tweet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not the exact same.
Yeah, it's a solid one.
the situation that "fuck you, cost me everything" arose from just makes the tweet 100
That's
times
true.
better. So I don't think it'll be topped.
And
That's a good point.
it's at 645 retweets.
Yeah.
Now, or something like that.
It was all of us retweet and then retweet it again just to keep the.
I've done that so many
Dream
times
alive.
that it
Yeah,
no longer allows
way
me
too
to.
many times.
It
Yeah.
won't allow me to do it anymore.
God damn it.
That was it. I mean, I got kicked out of the club, man.
Yeah.
So they cost you a lot.
They cost me a lot.
I mean, you could
Apparently.
argue everything they cost
Yeah, yeah. You could. I mean, it was on that level.
you. For sure. I mean, well, this isn't really exciting, but I've been watching.
Stop!
Just-
don't!
I'm-
No! I don't want
I
to
already
be
tweeted
here.
about it. People know.
I'm
I'm almost done with Sister
Wives.
Wives, the TLC reality show. On
Jesus
Netflix.
fucking.
And I got to
Christ.
tell you, man, at first I was skeptical, but that's some good reality TV right there. And you know what? I'm really digging, you know what? Even though I don't necessarily, I'm not religious anymore, I got to say, it's some really well-adjusted family with the Sister Wives that they got going on. You know, we got Mary over there, who's kind of the first wife. Obviously, the first wife is always the one that in the pecking order people think would have the most responsibility, but she really doesn't. But anyway, it's I could go on and on.
It's Mary. Or?
Yeah, now I really like Mary. No, I want to learn more about her now.
Yeah, no, Mary's cool. Mary's the first wife. Robin's the newest wife.
Mary's
She's the fourth
chill.
wife.
She's a chill wife.
Robin's the fourth wife. She came in and kind of stirred the whole pot, and after 10 months, they're having a child, which is cool. And they just moved to Vegas, which
She
is
stirred the pot, and now they're having a child. Is that how it works? They stir
Yeah.
a pot.
it's good. I gotta say, like it's a guilty pleasure reality show, but if you ever do that, that's a good one to
Make that
to get.
sweet baby soup.
Yeah, pretty good.
Put a little salt and pepper in there.
So anyway, that's been exciting. I'm really enjoying going through that. That's
Oh.
my life. That's why I was asking you guys if you're doing actually anything
Well,
for real.
So a couple things this week that I watched. I forced Sean at 2 a.m. last night to watch Bo Burnham's What.
Oh,
With
dude,
so
so
good.
good.
So fucking good. It's godlike. We didn't finish it. We passed out. But
It was
You
so
watched that
good.
at my house for the first time, didn't you? Wasn't
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah,
Yep.
we were all together.
and I also watched. I didn't get a chance to mention this last week because we had a guest on and stuff. So I was kind of running things, but we had I think it was this week in IRC. But anyway, I watched this new rendition of Scooby Doo. Okay.
Wait, how new is this?
2012. 2012 is when
Okay.
it came out. It is called Scooby Doo Mystery Incorporated, and it is as you would expect, a reboot of Scooby Doo once again.
Yes, we needed it.
Yeah, obviously. But this, I urge you all to watch it. I'm not even kidding, because there is some of the most weird, like, fan servicey type. So no one in this call but me really watches anime, but in anime there's a thing called fan service where they needlessly sexualize a main character.
Fan
Like-
service is great. No, it's
Yeah.
it's wonderful.
So this show has tons. These girls, Daphne and Velma, in this edition of this show, are the most cock-hungry women
Let's
on
not-
the planet,
Oh my
dude.
God.
It is
Really?
ridiculous, and it is
Scooby Doo Mystery
forced in
Incorporated?
there. Yeah, it is forced in there like you would not believe.
Oh
Like
my God.
these moments, she gets anytime Velma is alone with Shaggy, she is essentially like, "We're fucking right now."
oh
like,
my
that
God!
is
And
a-
Shaggy is like the
It's a
most
kid's show,
unkept.
too.
He is the most unkept motherfucker on the planet. Like
Yeah.
he probably smells like a garbage can and pizza. There's no way that
Fuck,
anybody
dude,
would
judging
have sex with
people's
Shaggy.
lives like that.
Yeah, like no, like Velma will be like, and of course Shaggy for the humor effect like doesn't get it, you know. She wants,
Right.
and like so she's like, we'll be
'Cause
alone,
he's in love
and
with
she tries
Scooby.
to, and then like no, but then yeah, every time she tries to get with him, he's like, I don't want Scoobs to see us,
Oh my God.
Scooby and Shaggy have their own thing on the side that nobody knows about.
and it's like, what the fuck? And there's this. So I watched the first 3 episodes, right? In the second episode, they end up stranded in this town, like. You know, sort of a ghost town. They end up staying in this creepy hotel, of course. You know, that
every
kind of-
single episode.
kind of thing. And so they stay in the hotel, and like you see like this fucking glint in Velma and Daphne's eyes that we're gonna be in this hotel, and we're gonna split
Really?
up Daphne and Fred and Shaggy and Velma into different rooms, and then the character. The bad guy or whoever, the person running the hotel, is like, boys and girls must be split up. Like needlessly puts that in there. If this was the 50s one, they would have just gone to separate rooms.
Right.
Like
Yeah, they
wouldn't
would have never mentioned
yeah,
it.
yeah. It's like friggin' ridiculous. And every episode has like 4 or 5 of these forced, like, real high sexual tension moments for no reason. Because like the rest of the show is just straight up Scooby Doo.
Yeah,
Like-
Scooby Doo is one of those shows where someone just picks out a page and decides to say zoinks or jinkies. Like that's the
Yeah.
entire show.
Yeah, and so
it's all the
basically,
same fucking formula.
this whole show is about giving people who like to watch or look up Scooby Doo porn a tease. Like legitimately, I feel that someone who wrote Scooby Doo fan fiction wrote this show. Like they were like, that guy writes pretty good fan fiction. He's gonna write on this show for us and force all these crazy weird. Also, the parents. You meet all the parents of the kids in this one,
Why? I don't give a fuck.
which you've never
Yeah.
done in any of the other ones. And Shaggy's parents are legit like drug head. Don't
Yeah,
give a
that's
shit
what-
about their kid parents. No, not like drug head like hippies. Like they're like high, high class.
like
Like
he
a,
came from a broken home.
yeah, like his
Like,
mom and dad
yeah.
like don't give a shit about him, and like
Wow.
his mom is like like a volumed up rich trophy wife. Like
Wow.
it's so fucking weird, man.
Sounds pretty great.
I would like to watch this, I
I gotta
think.
check this out now.
And
Yeah, this is good.
my son is now like watching the whole thing because he likes Scooby Doo, and I can't do it. I can't do it anymore.
And He doesn't understand. Yeah.
Yeah, at least he doesn't
make him watch.
understand the
Make him watch it
nuances.
in 15 years, and just be like, "I let you watch this when you were a child," and see what.
Yeah,
he does.
like,
See what he picks
if you're a
up on it.
parent, make your kid watch something like SpongeBob, something that's fucking smart.
Oh, he's on
okay?
that Phineas and Ferb joint. and that show's
SpongeBob is
awesome.
so fucking well written. Even episodes that are like 13 years old have fucking jokes that kids can never get, and you need to watch that as an adult so you
Yeah.
can really appreciate the writing in that show.
Phineas and Ferb is godlike, though. If you guys have never
Yeah,
watched
this
Phineas
is
and
one
Ferb,
too.
it's awesome. But yeah, you should watch this. There's only 1 season of it, but man, it seriously is like if a bunch of fan fiction writers got enough money to make a series, they
Yeah.
made this.
What if this was Kickstarted and we didn't even know it, and it is the fan fiction writers?
Well,
Maybe.
fan
This
fiction is
great.
becoming
it's
like one of those things
Hanna-Barbera.
that can make people
It's
money.
Hanna-Barbera blessed. Like they
Oh, is it?
published
Wow.
it or whatever you want to call it, produced it. Like
Like ever since Twilight, fan fiction writing has been in so many different areas of media as like a popular thing that it's fucking grotesque. It's so stupid.
Yeah,
Like that level of writing is so awful. And I don't get how people can even
Right.
remotely enjoy it and not see themselves as retards.
Deleting
It's
my
just
fan
stupid as
fiction
fuck.
of you and Total Biscuit.
A cynical love brought together.
It should be called Cynical Love. Holy
Cynical
shit, that's a
Love.
perfect title. Oh my god.
So yeah, and we had this whole discussion in the KBMOD IRC, which you can join, kbmod.com/chat, if you ever want to. We had this whole discussion about Velma mostly.
Yeah.
That got real dark. Like, we made like all these bios for all the characters. It's super hilarious. But yeah, watch the show. It's ridiculous. You'll be like,
Well, I know
"Whoa."
we're all excited about the 50 Shades of Grey movie, which is finally coming out, which was actually
who's the lead
started
chick
out
in
as a
that?
fan fiction.
Let me guess. Is it
Is it-
PG-13? Is it even R?
Do you want
I
to know
don't
who's
know
playing
what's
Christian
rated.
Grey? Because
I feel like there was
he's
somebody.
a really good actor. He's a really good actor.
Yeah.
Jamie
look at
Dornan
this.
is playing Christian Grey. If you've never seen The Fall, I believe is the name of the show, with Gillian Anderson. It's a BBC show, but he plays the serial killer in it, and he is ridiculously good. Not that makes me want to see the 50 Shades of Grey movie, but yeah, he's playing Christian Grey.
Hey,
It doesn't
I'm-
matter how
I'm-
good you are. The fucking material that you're working with is terrible. So what are you
Yes.
gonna do with it?
Yes, agreed.
I'm probably gonna watch it. I just hope they get really graphic with it if they do anything. You know.
There's
Better be-
no way they're going to. Like, if they want it to be in theaters, it's never
Yeah,
going to be the
they-
level that the
they
book was
can't.
at.
No,
Yeah, that's true.
I hope
And-
they show a
and
boob.
then what
I
the
just
fuck
want to
are you
see a
doing the movie
boob for
for?
once in my life.
They should just have Brandon narrate the movie.
yes, God, Brandon
good.
reading 50 Shades.
That would be great.
Please.
All right. Well, let's okay. Well, let's actually get to
Just one
what we've
boob.
been playing. Nick.
I need to know what it looks like. I don't have much time left on this earth. Just please, 50 Shades of Grey, show me a boob.
Damn it.
All right. Let's start with Sham. What have you played this week, Sham?
Well, I'd like to say that I watched Extreme Couponing with Scott and Nick
Oh, I
at their
forgot-
apartment, which
forgot
was fantastic. We watched that for
Sure.
like 3 or 4 hours fucking straight after
good
I
show.
went in for our live stream on Tuesday. We went out to dinner. We do that sometimes, and then we just went into their place with some 7-Eleven coffee and watched Extreme Couponing. That show, it's beyond
great.
words. But yeah, if you have Netflix, you should watch it. It's not bad when you
No,
can sit
actually,
there
you
without the
don't really
commercials.
want to, because
Well, no,
after
see-
like it's
no, you
just
can
the
watch
same
it-
thing over and over again.
But
yeah, it
so,
is.
Like
You
watch
watch a
like
certain
5
amount.
episodes.
No, it's
Get your
not
fill.
it's not the idea of the couponing. It's the fucking people. That's the difference that you have to look
Oh
out
yeah,
for.
they're all
Because
just
you
different
could-
shades of crazy.
We
That's what that-
came
They're
out with so
fucking
many fucking good hitting jokes. Like God damn it! It was like a comedy show
Extreme
from us. We
Couponing
were so
is
good.
like, yeah, begs to be just have comment. Like, we should just record episodes of us talking over it because it's so fucking. The
That's-
people are literally insane. These people
but that-
devote like 80-hour weeks with like 6 children to coupon.
Exactly.
Like, God bless them.
And
but-
I love the setup that they do to go into these grocery stores where everybody is shown on camera, nobody's faces are blurred out, so you know like they have permission from every single person in the store and the grocery store.
yeah.
And they're just going in there and basically stealing things from the store. and the managers are happy to do it. It's like there
Well,
is
they're
no
happy on
fucking way.
camera.
There is no fucking way that this is
Yeah.
legit. Like these people are ordering beforehand like
Yeah,
millions of
pallets
bottles
of
of Powerade that they're getting for free because of a double coupon. And they're just
sometimes-
walking out with crates and crates of Powerade and vitamin water.
Sometimes they get money back. They get money back.
Well, they don't
for
get money
taking
back. They get
product.
like
They get store
back.
credit that they
Store
just use
credit.
for the other things that they're getting.
It's like it was
It's
to
all
the
math.
point where we were like if you want to stop this, like if you're a business, right, you don't want this to happen. You just
Nope.
put a simple fucking thing in place
Coupon
that's like you
limit.
can only
Just
use
the
this many
coupon
coupons.
limit. That's all you do.
Like it's just incredible. It's
But yeah, for games, I've been playing a lot of World of Warcraft. I'm playing it right now.
Oh,
Cannot stop
man.
myself. I've just been leveling a bunch of characters, trying to get things to 90 or somewhere remotely in that range. I've been getting a lot of heirloom gear.
I'll
I've been
get
running
there. Don't worry.
LFRs.
I'll get there.
Yeah, Dan. You need to devote some more time, buddy.
I know I
you need
do.
to get you geared
I know
up.
I do.
You get on and you get like one level and then you stop. And that's...
I'm just mad because I can't dungeon chain in Kata as well.
Oh yeah,
It's not as much XP.
Slow queues or
Well, it's not slow queues. It's like 5% a dungeon, which is not very much.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. That's not. Yeah, that's probably not worth it at all.
Wrath, it was like 20%. So.
But other than that, I've actually been playing a lot of Gears of War 3, some console garbage.
Fuck.
Yeah, a lot of people actually play that game, and I got back into it the other day, and I've put in.
Yeah,
like
I was watching you stream the last
15
couple
hours
nights.
into the game in the past week. It's a
It made
lot.
me
I mean,
wish I played that game, Mark.
no, it still gets like 10,000 people during the day in population. It's really popular considering how bad Judgment was that people decided to go back to 3, which is definitely the magnum opus of the Gear series. And if you're wanting to play that, if you're into playing console games, Gears is still really good and it's really popular still. So
like
I would I would recommend it.
I just can't do 30 FPS console games.
Oh no, it's definitely rough, especially with they do this weird camera bob whenever you roadie run, and for a lot of people it's probably kind of headache inducing, but I've gotten over
I
it.
wish there was a setting to get rid of the bob.
I understand why the bob's there, but from a perspective of getting motion sickness, it's fucking horrible. But I understand, like, probably for the gameplay sake, it just kind of makes you more vulnerable whenever you're roadie running. And so the camera shake is there for that reason alone. But it is kind of shitty.
30 FPS is just.
Well,
really
I mean, the
good.
motion
That's a
blur is
great
not so
combo.
bad in that game because it's so slow. So you don't really spin around that fast. So the motion blur is not that big of a deal. Because that game is really slow when it comes to movement. But I have been having a lot of fun with that. I actually want to play some more of it right now, but I probably wouldn't be able to talk that well on the podcast if I was playing that game. Yeah.
Dan, I
like
feel
the
like I need to
campaigns.
interrupt you and let you know who's in my CSGO server right now.
Who is in there?
Nixon.
Oh my god, the man himself. Nixon. He used to play CS back. This is a long story. He's godlike back at Source, but yeah, he used to play on our server all the time back when I had a clan. Yeah. Counter-Strike.
He was on what was his team? That he
Adjinin.
formed later? Adjinin, right? That's still one of the best Source movies of all time.
Yep.
The Adjinin movie.
It's ridiculous.
It's really
He was godlike. He's also super nice, so.
But yeah, other than WoW and Gears, I've been playing a couple of random games. I played the Expendabros, that free Broforce, not like movie tie-in to Expendables 3. It's pretty good. There's still some issues with frame drops in a level or two, but other than that, like the special abilities for the guys are really, really fun to mess with. One of them even has a toy RC car that you can drive around and then blow people up with. It's actually pretty fun in that style of game. I played. I played. There was this MMO, this kids MMO that came out on Steam, this free to play one that I played on my Saturday stream that I do on Machinima for a couple of hours. That game is fucking hilarious. But once you get to level 10, you have to buy a membership to keep leveling up. So our joy was cut short. But one of the missions in that game. The way that they do it is that they have these random public events that people, get together in a group in, and they like scare off these enemies or something. And there's one where you have to collect chickens as a group, and you do it by jumping on trampolines. And these trampolines are whoopee cushions. So you jump on them, and they make farting noises as you pick up chickens.
Hell
What the
yeah.
hell?
And I almost died. It was so fucking stupid. But it's definitely worth playing. If you're into games that are for 6-year-olds, then you could probably get some enjoyment out of it for a couple of hours. It's pretty fun.
Let me ask you a question because you weren't on last week, but
Yeah.
I talked about this game and I know you played it. What's your feel on Velvet Sundown?
Oh God. Oh,
I played
man.
it. I played it last week.
It's pretty good if you can get into a game with people that are actually
playing.
role-playing.
Yeah.
The only problem with that game is that you can't leave. If you leave the game and you try to join, you just get put back into the lobby that you were in. So if people are just AFK and they're not role-playing with you, you can't just leave. You have to wait that entire scenario segment, which can be 30 to 40 minutes. So if you join a game, that's it. And that's my only problem with it. And I even paid for a membership because they turned off the text-to-speech for people who weren't members because they were having a lot of traffic, and I guess there were some issues. So I actually paid $7 to get the text-to-speech because I knew that it would just not be good enough of an experience without it. And it's fucking great with the text-to-speech because they actually have accents for the people that are talking.
God. Yeah.
Like the Russian guy Ingmar has a
tased.
Russian accent. It's fucking hilarious.
I just went and tased some lady for no reason.
Yeah.
So Scott and Nick, who weren't on last week, Velvet Sundown is an MMO role-playing game where you literally just talk to other people in scenarios.
They have weekly scenarios where they change up the scenario that's going on, and then you get a random character that I think that you only get that character for that week, because I went through the same scenario 3 times and I got the same journalist character every time. So I think every week you're just assigned a character, and that's the only one that you can play as. And you get given a backstory, and you also get given a goal for the segment that you're playing. And you're just supposed to use freeform chat to accomplish your goal. And that's just where it devolves, and you can't fucking complete anything because nobody's doing that. They're all just trying to sell their orphan child on the black market for drugs or something. I'm not sure. But it's pretty fun. It's all on a cruise ship. I would definitely recommend if you're willing to spend the money, if they've still denied the text to speech to people who aren't members, get that shit, because the accents that come along with the text to speech are fucking hilarious, and it's definitely worth the money in my opinion. I mean, it's only $7, so it's really not that big of a deal.
Nice. Okay. Anything else, Mark? Game-wise?
No, that would be it. That would be it.
Sweet. John, what about you?
Lots of CS:GO, just tons and tons of CS:GO, as in like 18 hours yesterday.
Wow. Yeah.
Going in.
I caught the bug. I'm still playing
that's what happens
this
like
season in ESEA, but
okay. Yeah.
But we have fun. We don't play seriously. Like I just played sniper the whole game, and our pocket soldier played heavy this week. So it's just like we don't give a shit at all. We're just having fun, so it's cool. But other than CS:GO, really like nothing. Like I log on to WoW and throw some stuff on the auction house because I like to make money in the game. But other than that, I'm just waiting for everybody else to be 90 so we can raid.
Okay.
Yeah, we're trying. We're running LFRs and whatnot and getting geared up for doing flex.
I'll have 290s very soon.
It's all CS:GO. It's best game right now.
It's fun.
Scott's like,
I don't know.
you're like vacillating on it every other day. Like,
yeah, I know. It's I know it.
Scott can't make up his mind.
Yeah, no, it's fun when like I've had a couple good days where like I've been winning and I've been ranking up, and it's like it's fun and I enjoy it. But it's like I know as soon as like the skid starts where like I start losing or I don't know.
Dude, you gotta stick through the bad times. You should have watched
me
play Gears. You should have watched me play Gears on my stream, because that was like 90% of the time I was fucking complaining about my teammates not doing something. Like you just gotta stick with it, man. If the game's fun, come on, Scott.
Well,
don't just give up on everything.
I have a huge history. You know, Counter-Strike is like that girlfriend real deep in my history who like I still jerk off to in my mind sometimes. Like I feel guilty about it.
But you would never want to talk to her in person.
Yeah, it's like sometimes I don't know if I would want to contact her again. Like it's what happened. That's why it's so complicated. But who knows? No. I'm having fun with it. Well, I'll just go since we're talking about it. Played last 2 days. Played a bunch of CS:GO, and no, it's for me. It's all about mentality. Like as long as I don't get frustrated, and that's actually it. I realize it's the people that I play with really affects how much fun I have, which is like really obvious. But like if I play with someone like I've been playing with Spoon lately, and Spoon like he takes the game pretty seriously. Spoon's pretty good, but like also like when it's going bad, it's just like whatever. Like he doesn't get frustrated, and I tend to vibe and feed off of. So if I'm playing with like a bunch of tryhards that get really mad, then I vibe off that, and I get equally as mad. But if it's like so it's just for me a mentality. But yeah, CS:GO is really fun, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. I mean, any game's fun when you're winning, right? But no, it goes good. I finished up Alan Wake this week on stream.
It's not fun even if you're winning.
Well, yeah, actually there are exceptions to that rule. Brink doesn't make the cut. Yeah, Alan Wake really well. I'm gonna say this: the ending happened, and I was like,
"What?" It just kind of happens.
Fuck? Like it was such a like. I mean, I thought the ending, kind of the build up as well to the ending, was cool, where you fucking destroyed the tornado and all that shit. And I won't ruin it for people that haven't played it, but I got to play the DLC, Dan, because you had said that
it's fun. It's fun.
People said that it explained more about what happened at the end of the DLC. Is that true?
It kind of does a little bit, but it is a completely separate story.
Okay.
But it also, like, the combat, which I thought was the worst part of Alan Wake,
Yeah.
like, to the point where I was angry anytime there was, like, combat sections, because I
Yeah.
liked the story so much that I just wanted to keep getting the awesome story sections. But they really tuned up the combat for American Nightmare, and it's way better.
Okay.
It's also way harder, I think. But it's,
Interesting.
you know.
Yeah, see, I agree. I think there were some sections of the combat for me that were really frustrating, but also to me, the combat in this game was really satisfying because it can look really good. Like if you had a good instance, like I don't know, where it was like a bunch of guys attacking you, you could make it look really stylish. Like you know what I mean? Like if you dodge their attacks and then like I don't know. But yeah, I agree. The combat was a little rough, but yeah, it was good. I mean, definitely that's one of those games that people have said for a long time. It got good reviews too. That was really good, and they
so
told me
long to come out. That thing was in development
It was in
forever.
dev for so long.
Yeah, and it actually lived up to the hype. I thought, and it, also the fact that it didn't take itself too seriously either was kind of cool. I mean, because there is like
Alan takes
Alan-
himself
Yes.
really seriously, but the
Yes.
game doesn't really take Alan that
no,
seriously.
and they offset it with like Barry, who's hilarious throughout the game, your
Yeah.
fuck up friend, and yeah, it's good. Definitely recommend. I'm trying to think what else. The Last of Us multiplayer. Mark and I played that on our Machinima stream, and that
It's
was
actually really good.
really fun. I was really surprised at how good the multiplayer was. Had fun
Nice.
with that.
Everybody says
And-
it's really good. Brennan said the same thing last week.
Yeah.
I almost want to buy a PS4 just to play it. It's just,
Yeah.
I like methodical, slow shooters, especially when it comes with like heavy-handed combat like that and getting to execute people and just fucking bash their heads in with melee weapons. I just
Yeah.
really like. I like the satisfaction of fighting somebody for a decent amount of time rather than just twitch shooting them and getting the upper hand that way. I like actually beating somebody at a mind game. It's so good for that. And I like its small team dynamic, so it can be more personal that way. I think it's just made very well for what it is. I mean, it's definitely, I would say it's more fun than the combat that's in the single player, because at least you're playing against other people that can fucking see what you're doing, unlike the AI in that game, which is completely terrible.
Right.
Yeah, I'm curious how many people are actually playing like the multiplayer stuff. I guess it depends. Probably not. I guess I don't know how many people have PS4s now. Who knows? But it's probably pretty populated. But yeah, that was fun. I think that's it. I'm trying to think. I think that was it for me. Nicholas.
I haven't played God since the last time I was on. I played Destiny and a little bit of Smite.
Yeah.
And
What's your feel on Destiny? Since
I'm excited. I don't think it's going to be as big as we had hoped it would be. I feel like it's probably just,
Big in what sense? You mean like the game,
just
or you mean
in terms
the
of
population?
the
of it?
length of the game.
Oh yeah, I gotcha.
Like I don't know. I feel like I want like a bajillion hours out of that, and I don't think it's going to be that based on some data mining stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I'm excited. I'm buying an Xbox for it. So.
You're buying an
And-
Xbox for Halo, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm buying yeah.
I'm very on the fence about that too. Like I would really love to play Halo 3, but I don't know. We'll see.
You're a fake fan.
I know. I've never been that big
What
into
would
Halo,
Master
but
Chief
I
think of
like
you?
what Halo is, but I've never stuck with it and gotten good at it.
Yeah, because you're a fucking BK. Like,
I know.
Oh, and I
stop
do want
grabbing OS if you're not gonna fucking use it, you noob. Get that backsmack, baby. Whoa!
I will say too. I'll actually link this in chat, and people can watch this. But Spoon had one of the most sick 1Ds in clutch rounds in Go that I've like ever fucking seen, like professional or otherwise. It's a fucking insane clip, and all. It's a
He's
little short.
he's really good. Like people.
Yeah,
I think
I mean he
mistakes.
says that he calls himself shit and all this stuff, but he actually is
He
when
used
he's
to
on, he's
play
very very good at the game.
Invite, I think, back in Source.
Yeah,
I think he
He's-
used to play like legitimately back in Source, but
Yeah.
I remember when we played Source with him one night. It was like 2 years ago. He destroyed. Like he was absolutely destroying people.
Yeah.
Especially with the AWP. But
All right, Daniel, shall you?
I played a lot of WoW this week. Not as much as I should, as Mark
Yeah,
said.
in relative to who, Dan?
Yeah, I know.
Have you played a lot?
I know. I played some more Wolfenstein on KBMOD this week. That game is so good. So good.
Yeah, I have it installed. I haven't gotten into it yet. I need to.
God, dude, it is really, really good. And it's at least 12 hours, probably.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Like
Is it was
right
like 11 or 12 hours. That's a really, really good length.
Yeah. But there have been some sections that have been slightly annoying, but I would say that no section in that game has been like badly designed or like had any pacing problems. The save points are pretty well spaced, so you're not having to redo insanely long sections of the game or anything like that. The voice acting is really good. The sex is really graphic. I don't know why it's really graphic, but it is. Like, and it isn't forced in the game like it was in Metro Last Light. Like the 2 sex scenes in Metro Last Light were super forced. But it isn't that forced in still just feels, I don't know what it is. I just don't, in video games, I just don't see why it's in there.
Because people have sex in video games, man. They can have sex in movies and they can't have sex in video games.
Well, yeah, they can't. I just
inequality all a fucking round over here.
Jesus.
I guess it depends on the situation.
We're literally saying video games aren't.
It's like
art.
I can understand it in The Witcher, but when I think about Wolfenstein, I don't think about like people having any time to build a relarelationship to where they would have a sexual you know, like
building a relationship before you have sexual intercourse. Are you old fashioned?
Yeah,
Mark is
P in the
65 years
goes
old.
in the EBDB.
I also played some CS:GO. I played a lot of Ultra Street Fighter 4. Ultra
I still have not played that
was
at all.
supposed
But yeah,
to come
the
out
netcode
Friday, but it came out Thursday. You could force it to update to Ultra because Capcom knows what it's doing.
As they've shown
And
in the past.
Yeah, the netcode is the main complaint right now is that the netcode is super broken.
Somebody put
somebody
somebody put on the subreddit like an actual detailed explanation of why it happened, and Capcom has said that they understand and they're trying to fix it. So
they're working on it. They've already put out one patch.
It.
They're going to put out another. They are actively answering Steam forum posts.
Yep.
So they are going to fix it. If you go into endless lobbies with your friends, those work fine.
Yeah.
It's only the online matchmaking. And no matter how good your connection is, it could be your neighbor. It doesn't matter.
It's because it's doing some back end bullshit that you can't stop.
Yeah, what I read is happening is that it keeps like the port connection alive between you and the person you played last. So the more matches you play, the more of these connections build up. So then it's like everyone is playing 5 matches at once. And that's like kind of like connection wise, it thinks you're like in more than one match on that PC, so it lags. So if you restart the game, I've heard it can fix it for a few matches, but then you just got to restart it again. There are also sometimes
tedious.
Like I'll play 10. I've been playing 10 matches a day, like if not more, but been trying to do 10 no matter what. It's about 40 to 50% of the matches you either lose due to lag or they just get the whole flow of it just gets fucked up because of lag.
Yeah.
Most players right now, you both feel the lag at once, so it's not just one of you. Most players, you both just back off to the side and then do like a few movements. Like you'll both just back off.
Yeah.
Do movements until you both feel it's smooth again and then restart the match. Like, it just sucks that you have to even do that though. It takes, with a fighting game, everything is all about keeping the pace of the match,
the momentum. And if it stops for even half a second, that can completely throw you off of what you were gonna do.
Yeah, and it really has ruined a lot of that. And
at least people are being courteous, as you said. Like the people just wait for a second after the lag happens to reset everything.
I've won matches due to the lag, and I've lost matches due to the lag. So I've been playing Poison mostly the whole time. She's one of the new characters. I say she was a he and got a sex change. That's the character's backstory. So she was a corrupt wrestling promoter. Capcom's story, Capcom lore is like the fucking greatest. It just makes no sense. But she's super fun to play. She's really good at zoning. Her fireball is incredible. And I love playing Poison. So I think I'm gonna stick with her. I have Oni as well. Yeah, Fat Attack got to play PR Balrog in a best of 5.
Who's that?
How'd that go?
He won 1 round. Rog, of course, Rog wiped the floor of them. But Rog then told him, like, after the match, told him everything he should have done and, like, what he did wrong and, like, what he did right. Like, Balrog he's the best
What a wise
streamer,
sensei.
too. Yeah. He's the best streamer for FGC if you want to watch a single person do it, like, not a tournament. No one else really does it right. He's, like, the only one, so. But I played a ton of that, and we've been playing Minecraft. The whole community's been playing some Minecraft.
Oh, yeah, I'm playing that right now. I don't know why I didn't say that
We
well.
got a Minecraft server up and running with the Life in the Woods mod, which basically makes food more scarce, and there's a lot of focus on farming and fishing, which I'm finding to be a lot of fun, although there are some things that we would like to tweak. But we have a Minecraft server. You can go check out the info. It's on a post on KBMOD right now. You can get the server address and all that stuff. Right now, it's totally public.
60 slots.
Yeah, we have basically we're going off of, Goodwill right now, which I'm sure we'll break down at some point. But we have a chest mod on and stuff, so you can privatize your chests. And but yeah, it's super fun. Minecraft is a game where I always would like to play it, but like no one I know plays it all that often because I'm not gonna play it by myself most of the time. So we played like 3 or 4 hours of it the other night. Yeah, Fat Attack has a pen of like 700 cows up in the sky. I don't even know how he did this because animals are also pretty scarce. It's pretty awesome though. It's a lot of fun. Come join us. I mean, I do enjoy it. I can play it. Fat Attack also has a vape room. You can go vape.
Oh my God.
Vaping's real hot right now.
I
so
love
that makes
vaping,
sense.
bro.
The only thing I love more than vaping is the people that are obsessed with vaping. That's my favorite thing.
So that's what I've been up to. Couple KBMOD notes. We've been posting a lot more on the site over the last 2 to 3 weeks now. So go check it out, kbmod.com. We had stopped posting for over a year basically. We just did not have time, but we've been posting what we can. There's a post up there about the Minecraft server. There's a post up about the Ultra Street Fighter 4 tournament, which is happening in September.
I noticed we've been doing a lot more tournaments for games.
Yes. We had the Smash tournament a couple weeks ago. There's a 1v1 League of Legends tournament coming up.
Can we do a fucking
We need a
CSGO
Super
tournament?
Bowl.
Because I would play in that.
I'll have news for you on that after the cast, Scott. I can't.
Ooh. Okay.
By
Well,
a
news
very
is
prominent
that
member
CS:GO
of
is
the
a dead game.
CS, very prominent member of the CS community is asking. about
Okay.
that, so.
All right.
A dead man.
Big J Wizzy,
It's a
probably.
dead game.
I'm just guessing.
So-
Big J Wizzy.
Also, we got some new shirts up on the Spreadshirt. There's a sale until Tuesday. Any order over $30, 20% off with Summer 14. So as your code, and we have some new shirts up there, new face shirts for pretty much everybody. So you can check it out on kbmod.spreadshirt.com. And that's about it. Anything else from you guys before we take a break? Head
Penis.
into the news.
I don't think
Nah,
so.
hit him with that 3-minute ads. Done.
3-minute ad stun. All right, you're about to go white with ads. Here we go.
About to get rooted for 3 minutes.
Boom.
That CC combo dough.
I'm white at long.
Yeah, why couldn't flashbangs have black, like turn your screen black? That's pretty fucking racist.
Jesus.
They could be called night frags.
Stop!
I don't know.
Night frags.
Night
That
frags?
still doesn't make sense. Night bangs.
Let me tell you a story. Let me tell you a real life story about flashbangs and smoke grenades. A couple of years ago, we do a canoe trip or two every summer, friends around here, and they took this dude Greg with them, who was coworker of one of the guys. He's a cool dude, but his dad was like in the SWAT team, and he brought like smoke grenades and a flashbang on this canoe trip, and he lit the smoke grenade, and it burns at like 5,000 degrees, but he
Holy
was so
shit.
drunk he didn't realize he was holding on to it.
Oh,
So he
no.
almost burnt his thumb off because he was like
Holy
holding onto
shit.
the grenade while he was doing it. Because you're supposed to throw it. Obviously, you're not
Yeah.
supposed to hold
Yeah.
onto it.
Don't get drunk and play with
Yeah, don't
fucking
get drunk and play with.
flashbangs. That's a really bad
That's-
idea.
That should just be common
Now, I
sense.
thought you were gonna say he set off a flashbang in the group of all of you. That would have been fucking sweet.
That would have been epic.
He did. I think they set the flash. They threw the flashbang in like the water, and you could actually look like lightning as soon as it went off. But yeah, yeah.
Good Lord. I can imagine those in real life being thrown at you would be real rough. I don't.
All right, so this does bring up Trevor. People are bringing up Trevor
Yeah.
in chat. Trevor does have several of the phone numbers of the people who were on that trip. We're going on another trip in 2 weeks,
Oh, God.
and they have texted Trevor that we're gonna be there. I was like, you fucking morons.
Why would you do that? You guys will die this time.
Oh,
Every
my
time,
boy
every time I
Traps.
talk to them, they remind me of stuff that I forget that he said, like how he did a
man.
bunch of meth for a while, and like besides wanting to have sex with his cousin and all that kind of stuff. Like God,
Oh,
his
of
wife
course.
swapped a bunch. Like,
Yeah. Who hasn't?
Nice.
like dear God. So Trevor, we'll hopefully see him. He's got a new jet ski apparently.
My boy Trebby Treb.
On to the news that isn't involving Trevor. RYSE, son of 10 FPS, is coming to PC.
Sick. I love average
And
games.
nobody cares.
That
If you
game
wanna
is
play-
What a
fucking
piece of garbage.
stupid. The worst. I played that for 2 hours on a stream at one point when it came out, and I just after the first 30 minutes, I was like, "This is a fucking crime." If you fucking did that come with the console, by the way? On launch?
It was
the
on
last
release.
middle.
Yeah,
It
it
was
was,
a
one
pack
of those
release
release
game.
games.
Yeah.
But okay, yeah.
No, it
That
didn't
They-
come
they-
with
fucking
the
a
Xbox.
joke.
No, it didn't come with the Xbox, but they tried to use it, in advertisements to like
It
sell
was-
the console.
That was one
Yeah,
of the big.
yeah.
games
It
that
was
they
the
pushed.
It was a tech
obligatory.
demo.
Yeah, it was the obligatory tech demo game.
Yes,
For,
exactly.
and now we see where Crytek is because of this game. Almost out of business.
Yeah, that game is.
So the good thing is though, if you do want to play RYSE, it will be on PC and therefore probably at an acceptable frame rate rather than what it was.
But why would you want to play that game? There's just no reason.
It's just a bunch
Yeah.
of QuickTime events over and
Yeah.
over and over.
Like its biggest crime. It's not that it's like a bad. It's just so pointless that it exists. That's
but
the
then
big.
that
You know
means
what I mean?
that
Like
it's
there's
bad,
no.
Scott. That means that it is
Yeah,
really bad.
No, that's not the same thing. 'Cause
No,
there's
yeah,
bad games.
yeah, it is. Come on.
There's a lot of games that come out and like have even if they're like they've been done before, but there's like something that you can be like, well, you know, like at least they try to do something. And like with RYSE, it's just like no, it doesn't need to exist. But that doesn't make it is. I mean, yeah, it's just boring.
It comes with all the DLC and stuff already, and 4K resolution support. Blah blah blah.
That sounds like it would
4K.
run terribly at 4K.
Well, everything runs terribly at 4K
Yeah.
unless you have Jesus the video card, because it's just too much. But yeah, no set date, but it is coming this fall. It appears no set date, at least from this article.
On the edge of my seat.
So there you go. If you're into that. Also, Evolve delayed to 2015. I believe February
Alright.
2015.
Oh, I played that alpha too. I forgot. I played that game too.
Evolve, you should probably get it on launch if you want to play it when other people are playing it, because I seriously think 2 months into the life of that game, no one's going to be playing it. It's going to be impossible to find a game.
I don't know.
just-
I have not kept up with it, and I don't care to until I can see people actually play the game
Is
from
the
the
game-
alpha and upload footage, because I don't want to see
Is it gonna
edited
be
bullshit for
moddable?
marketing.
No. Come
If
on.
it's not like really, that's why Left 4 Dead is so good.
Yeah, that's why it should be
Yeah,
moddable. Like,
that's-
yeah, that's what's.
They've
keeping
already
Left 4
had
Dead
the
alive.
experience. They made Left 4 Dead 1. They should fucking know how a good game works, like the formula that it would take. It's fucking simple.
So, Evolve looks all right. Like, I think it could be
It's
fun.
gonna be fun for a few hours.
I just
and then
really
you're
feel
just
like the
gonna-
life of that game is very, very short.
Yeah, what is
Depends
the
how
life
much
of a lot
they
of games
update.
these days?
I know, but in multiplayer only, like, I don't know. Look at Titanfall. So Yeah, delayed to
Hey, man.
2015 if you're interested in that. Also, I'll just throw this in there. The Crew is having another beta at the end of the month. I don't know if they're giving out
Yay,
new keys,
Ubisoft!
but
Woohoo!
well, it's a real beta. That's the crazy part. They actually want problem reports and stuff, of which there were many in the first one, despite how fun it was. So yeah, if you were in that, check it out. The Source 2 tools appear to have been leaked in the Dota 2 workshop update, in which the workshop tools were put out in beta for people to use for Dota 2 mods. But it appears that there are some Source 2 map files in there, and also some tools. So hopefully we'll see some stuff soon. Obviously, Valve isn't caring that much. I mean, it's right in there. It probably had to be in there too for whatever assets these mod tools use. So we could very soon see something with Source 2. I just hope they just release it as an engine. It doesn't really need a game. Just release it
To be
as an
released,
engine.
yeah.
Yeah. Your Valve. Also, Valve just does not give a shit. So
No,
they'll
I
do
don't.
what they
Yeah, I
wanna do.
can't. I can't think of any game that they would even have on the docket that would be soon that
Left 4 Dead
they
3.
would release.
Left 4 Dead 3 is about the
But I
only
mean, they
one.
haven't said anything about it, and I don't know how they go about, saying a game is coming out, and then how long it takes for them to get the game out after an announcement. That can vary wildly depending on who it is. Like, it can be 2 years or it can be 6 months. I'm not sure.
Yeah. So pretty cool there. Hopefully we see some stuff. Valve moving right along. Resident Evil 1, I'm actually going to buy this the second it is available, because it's one of my favorite games of all time. Resident Evil 1 is the remastered edition is coming to the PC in early 2015, along with some more tweaks. There was already a remaster done, but this is seriously one of my favorite games of all time. This is actually a port of the GameCube remake from 2002, and so they're going to be doing some upgrades on textures and resolutions, and you can actually play in 4:3 if you prefer that for your Resident Evil.
I mean, if they don't do widescreen support, then I don't see
Yeah.
why you wouldn't play in 4:3.
Well, they
I
are
would
doing.
hope that they're
You
doing-
can switch
okay.
between. You can switch between.
I gotcha.
They will also have the exact same control scheme in there if you want to use it. Obviously, back then you had just the beginnings of analog sticks. Back when
Fucking
this first
tank
came out.
controls.
So bad.
So you can play that way if you want. It's gonna come out for everything. So PC.
You guys remember when the
4.
DualShock came out? Speaking of analog
was
sticks at the
life-changing.
beginning.
Yeah.
It was life changing, but the game what was the monkey game that really pushed that?
Ape Escape?
Super Monkey
Ape
Ball?
Escape. Ape Escape. Yeah, that game. That game was a great game, by the way. But anyway, made me think of it.
I would think
Ape
this
Escape
wouldn't
is
be.
tight.
I think this wouldn't be more than $20, to be honest. But you never know. But it is coming out for all systems. So Xbox 360, Xbox One, PS3, PS4, and PC. So just a great all-time game. One of the scariest moments in my gaming history in Resident Evil 1 when the dogs jump through the windows at one point.
Yeah.
Just
Wow, don't
friggin'
spoil
terrified.
the game
Oh my
for me,
God,
Daniel.
dude.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This is like-
Did I just
this is like
spoil
the
a game
time
from
we spoiled-
1998? I'm sorry.
Guys, this is like the time we spoiled the Lord of the Rings trilogy or the Hobbit for Hex. Come on,
That was
we
a
can't do
really
that.
big deal.
Oh, God.
Guess what, guys? They get there and back again.
And another sort of remake, but this has been on our radar for a couple months. Metro Redux. We made a post on the site about it, showing the gameplay trailer. Metro Redux comes out on the 26th. Dear God, this is how
Yeah, it
you do
looks
a
really-
remake of a
It's
game.
really good.
It looks fan-fucking-tastic. 2033 was a good game, but there was a lot of flaws. A lot of the mechanics did not really work right. And now that game is like, what, 4 or 5 years old now? And
Yeah.
so what they've done, this isn't just a retexture or something. What they've done is they have a new edition of the 4A engine, which is the engine that Last Light ran on, which was a big leap ahead of 2033. They've ported 2033 into this new engine. So it's got, full-on redone textures. better graphics, and it has all the gameplay mechanics from Last Light, which is a big positive because Last Light was a lot better to play as a video game than 2033 was. It is absolutely, in my opinion, a must-buy, even if you own the other two games, and actually even more if you do own the games already.
Get a discount.
Because it's a $25 right now rather than 50. You get all the DLC for both games, and there's actually some additional levels. They also removed almost all like the loading screens in Last Light. Everything's like seamless now with this new engine. So pretty cool. They've done just a lot to this game to redo it. It's $50. If you
I was
don't
going to
own
ask
the game
price
at all.
point, yeah.
It's actually a 20% off right now for pre-order, so it's not 50 if you pre-order it, but it will be $49.98 on the day it comes out. So, but both games are very, very good. So it is totally worth it, in my opinion, to check this out, and especially if you haven't played it, because you'll be getting the definitive version of both games. And I can't praise the Metro series enough. They're extremely good games. So the news is light this week. That was our last sort of news story. New releases Monday. If you like to plan out city transportation, you will want to play Mini Metro, which comes out tomorrow.
Sick.
It
My
is
passion
literally
finally.
doing. It is literally doing subway maps. That is what it
Good
is.
Lord.
It is in early access.
Is there a fucking problem with that?
No, I mean, that's what the game is. Like, I guess they fire you and you lose if you don't keep the city running smoothly. I don't even know.
It's like before video games were this available and easy to make, like people actually went to school for shit like this, and now it's like a bunch of underachieving kids paying $15
This
for
is a
Mini
fucking
Metro.
game to us.
And now it's a fucking game, and it's like you could actually be doing this as a fucking career, like if you went to school. But
Maybe these kids, maybe they're using it as a simulator. Maybe nobody wants to do that as a job, and they're
That
trying to get children addicted.
that
Yep.
could be, John. Maybe it's a
They-
brilliant marketing scheme.
Jesus.
Actually, it's not really brilliant. You don't call it Mini Metro if you want me to play it, but God bless. Anyway,
So,
I'm already hooked.
Tuesday, Risen 3 Titan Lords. I know nothing about Risen, an RPG.
It's a video game series.
Yes, it's an RPG.
nice.
Looks kind of like
That was a really, really heavy-handed description from Nick
Good
there.
description.
yeah.
Like,
It looks kind of like
It's an
Skyrim
average
or
video
Witcher.
game series.
Yeah, I don't know.
If I'm remembering correctly, Risen 2 is like fucking just panned by everybody. So I don't know
It's
if
like third person combat.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So,
Yeah.
and on Friday, bro, Stoner Id comes out, dude.
what is that?
It's a 2D platformer, dog, with two
let
About
me
dimensions.
look
weed.
at this.
Two dimensions.
Oh my
It
God.
actually looks pretty fun. But yes, it is.
Does it have
called
anything to do with
Stoner
weed, or
Id.
are you just doing it as a pun?
Two
No,
dimensions is more than one dimension.
It is more than one
That-
dimension.
That
It's
is
true. Yeah, it's
That's a
2D
lot of
platformer.
dimensions.
Yeah, it actually looks pretty good. The art style looks pretty cool. So you can check that out. That's about it. Nothing is fucking coming out because it's August. So there you go. We're gonna hop right into the viewer questions.
Oh
First
my, there's some
off-
long ones this week.
Yeah,
Holy
dude, we got
shit.
some emails. At Fluffy Weed.
All right.
Sends this one in. Since it is my brother's birthing day, which like I can't tell if that's his birthday or if his brother is giving birth.
Birthing day.
Do
Yeah.
they, like
His
birthing
brother-
in the process of birthing today? I don't know. I can't tell. But what is the worst thing you can do / give a person on their birthday? I mean, I don't
Best
know. AIDS would
I think
be
that's a
terrible.
personal
Some
thing.
unfluffy weeds, probably.
Yeah,
Because your name is
unfluffy
Fluffy.
weeds.
You could give him some dry weed.
Herpes. Herpes would be a terrible thing.
Yeah, that wouldn't be
Any sort
great.
of STD, really. You know.
I would say I was gonna say something like really like some like a reminder of their own fucking cosmic insignificance or something. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like remind them that they're gonna die someday and that their life means nothing. That's a pretty horrible gift.
I mean, it's like we're talking about these really universal things like giving somebody a disease, but what about like a personal thing that person individually
really.
has like had either something that they hate or something that ruined their life at one point, and you just fucking bring it back full force, like a terrible relationship, or maybe they had a toy that they had a bad experience with and it just scarred them for life. I don't know, just
A toy?
like a Great American Challenge.
There's a lot that
Like,
can go
what
on.
kind of toy?
Okay,
What kind
I
of
don't
toy,
know.
Mark?
What about a
Is it
rough
like
hand
a-
job?
Like
A
an
rough
adult
hand job would
toy?
be bad.
Dude, a hand job when you have applied gamer grip to your hands.
Oh,
Don't!
what about
Horrible.
a Ben Gay hand job?
Ooh.
I used gamer grip for the first
Or
time
some
today.
an icy hot hand job.
I see how it would be bad.
That
How was
would
your
be
gamer grip
terrible.
experience, Nick? How
It was
was it?
fucking bad. It made my hands just feel fucking gross. Like it felt like they were just chalky. And
Gamer grip works, man. If you
I mean,
get sweaty hands.
if I was like,
You're not supposed
You know what
to
also
apply
works?
it,
Wiping
and
my
then you're not
hands
using
on my jeans. That also works.
it. No, but it doesn't stay dry.
Or just turning down the air conditioning and not sweating like a fucking retard.
Nice,
Like,
Mark.
what's wrong with you?
not everyone has fucking air conditioning, Mr.
You do though,
Patriarchy.
Scott. You have AC.
Mr.
You have
I don't have
AC.
AC.
but I
Patriarchy.
can afford 1,000 bottles of gamer grip to cover my body.
Listen, I want to pay $13 and I want my hands to be dry whenever I want. So just get off my back, you know?
Damn it.
God damn it.
All right, Malcolm A. writes, Dear KBMOD, on the podcast you've been able to answer a variety of questions, but can you answer the age-old question that has plagued many for thousands of years? Can KBMOD see why kids love Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
Because it's fucking delicious.
Yeah,
It's
it's
got
delicious.
tons and tons of brown sugar on
It's
it.
the fucking
Obviously.
best. God damn, it's a good cereal.
I love Cinnamon Toast Crunch, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I
one of my
have some
faves.
in my cabinet right now. There's Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Nice.
I have some in my mouth right now. That's not true.
No, you don't.
That's
But
not
you wish you
true.
did. You wish you did, though,
Dude.
don't you?
I am Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
That shit is Cinnamon Toast Crunch when the milk first hits it and it's nice and crispy still. There's nothing.
Oh,
there's
man.
nothing like it. It's
That
still-
is better
The best
than...
part is the milk at the end when you're
Yeah,
done.
that's
Yes.
really good too.
Just like
the whole experience
cinnamon
is
sugar.
A+. America will never proceed further than it has in technology than whoever invented Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It's just
That guy's the
won't be topped.
pinnacle.
like, sure, we went to the moon first and all that shit, but whoever invented Cinnamon Toast Crunch, I'm assuming it was American.
No,
Let's hope.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is space food. Like that's what they should be
That's-
eating while they're on the moon.
Invention on invention. Just keep
Yeah.
it going. I want
We
some
could have world peace if we would just send Cinnamon Toast Crunch to all of our meetings that we have with other world leaders. Like there would be no hate.
That's
Absolutely
true.
no hate.
Oh,
Because then you just go into a trance when you eat it.
can I bring
Yeah.
it? Can I
Trans
bring?
family.
Can I sidetrack this whole thing real
Go
quick?
for it.
Because I totally forgot about this during the gaming section. I beat Watch Dogs this week.
Oh God!
I
How
played
did you
through
even
that
manage
whole
to put that
game.
much time in there?
There are
Played
people
through
that finish that
whole
game.
How fucking long is that game? How long did it take
It's like
you to
20
beat it?
hours, man.
That's God. It's so terrible.
Yep, it's real bad.
It's so bad.
What happens at the end? Just fucking
So,
spoil it.
all right,
I'll
all right.
never
So we'll
play
do
it.
this. We'll
Just
do this.
fucking
No,
spoil
we'll
it
do
for
this.
me.
We'll do
I don't
this.
give a shit.
All right, we're gonna go over the end of Watch Dogs. Turn this off if you actually give a shit about the end of Watch Dogs.
Yeah.
Stop fucking listening to the podcast
10,
and give a
9,
shit.
8,
about it.
7,
If you care
6,
about
5,
Watch
4,
Dogs,
Like,
3,
just fucking stop.
2, 1. All right, I gave you time even if you're live. I gave you
Wait,
time.
do I need to understand like anything besides he's trying
No,
to get
I'll
revenge
explain.
because of his
I'll
niece?
explain to you. So he's trying to get revenge for the death of his niece. He's trying to, which he caused, by the way, by being a criminal hacker and getting the attention of the mob on him, and then it ended up getting his niece killed. Okay, so first of all, he's a shitty dude anyway, Aiden Pierce, and you do not.
Absolute worst scum of the
He
earth.
is one of the worst human beings that you could ever play a game as, and have the game actually try to
humanize him.
humanize him. So
and
no,
make
this
you
is
wanna
the best
care.
part. They make you want to care about him the whole time. Well, they don't succeed at all, but they want you to care about him this whole game. Well, you're killing hundreds of innocent people trying to figure out and giving nothing. Your sister, whose daughter, this was that died, all your life a living hell for half this game. You're killing hundreds of people. You're stealing money from innocent people. You're listening in on their conversations.
Doesn't his
secrets.
sister also get kidnapped during the game?
Yes.
Yeah. That's how great his revenge fucking streak is.
So 20 hours, right? 20 hours in, right? And you get to the end and you're on the top of this lighthouse and you're like in this like cutscene with your old partner who you're about to just cap in the face. At least that's the choice I made. And the game actually acknowledges the ridiculousness of this whole situation.
Oh, God.
The game is essentially like, yeah, Aiden Pierce is pretty much a piece of shit.
Yeah, because
like,
his partner calls him out for being an asshole.
Being an asshole. And he's like, yeah, I was kind of an asshole, and none of this brought any closer to her death at all. And then,
oh my God.
And then at the end of the credits, they give you a choice to. So at the very beginning of the game, this dude Marcelo, I believe is his name, you have this guy who's helping you out kidnap him because this guy supposedly has information relating to the death. So he's got this guy locked up for the whole game in this garage. And at the end, you can make the choice to either shoot him in the face or leave. I just left. I just left. Like, that's after the credits.
Wow.
Like, the game just drags on and on. But seriously, at the end of the game is like, yeah, we did a pretty poor job.
Like,
the
yeah,
game
we
is
tried
even
to make
like,
you
yeah,
care, but this guy's a fucking
this
asshole.
guy's a fucking piece of shit.
Wow.
So then
my-
even if you did care about him at that point, you were suckered into it somehow. You'd be like, well, what the fuck? Like, what?
Yeah, it's like you can't even say that Aiden's supposed to be an asshole because they had an entire fucking game mechanic around the thing of being nice to civilians and having a reputation that fucking meant nothing in the game, but it was goddamn there. You could either have a negative or a positive reputation with the citizens of fucking Chicago, but they want you to know that the guy's an asshole. I don't understand.
By the way, it takes. I ran over people constantly.
Yeah.
Stole their money.
It takes
like,
a lot to make them
and
hate you.
I
doesn't
never
it?
went
I like 3
below
minutes into it.
vigilante status or whatever. I was never like a bad guy ever to the people, no matter how many people I killed. Like, it did not matter at all. Yeah. Also, you can if you play through Watch Dogs, guaranteed way to beat every escape mission. Go find a boat and just drive in the water.
Yep.
They will not follow you.
They shouldn't have even had boats in that game. Shouldn't have even had boats. It's fucking worthless. They don't do anything.
The last mission, which is incredibly annoying and hard, actually, or like second to last mission, you can still evade completely with the boat, and then go back and hack the thing you have to hack. It's fucking ridiculous. It's
What Watch Dogs
funny.
is Watch Dogs is a huge box in elaborate gift wrapping with a nice fucking bow on top of marketing. And then inside is a fucking turd that has pieces of paper with Assassin's Creed and Far Cry stapled to it. Like, that's just what it is. That's all it is.
He's
it's
100%
just little
right.
things. It's little things grabbed from Assassin's Creed and Far Cry, just strapped to a turd and thrown into a gift box.
You
that
want
they
to know the
spent
worst
hundreds
part?
of millions of dollars on.
You want to know the worst part? The whole ending of that thing is them teasing Watch Dogs 2. You
Did
delayed
they
this
really?
game for
I didn't
8
even
months.
know that.
Yeah, so they start teasing CTOS 2, which is then accepted by every major metropolitan area, and I guarantee you what they're gonna do, because the crew does it so well, they're gonna have you going all over the U.S. in the second one. It's gonna be the same fucking game, but you're just gonna have a bigger open world, like literally. That's gonna be it. I guarantee is what's gonna happen. Because all Ubisoft does is take other games that it's made and then put parts of those into other games that it's going to make.
They try to make the characters to where they can sell merchandise for the characters and just keep making franchises. That's all they want to do. That they don't care about making artistic creations that you can enjoy as a consumer. All they want is your money, and they'll do whatever it takes to trick you into that. And they did a lot. They sold like what, 8 or 9 million copies of this
It
fucking
did really
game?
well. It did really well.
It did extremely well.
Yep. I mean, yeah.
And it's gonna happen again. It'll happen again.
Sorry, I had to sidetrack with that because I completely forgot that I had finished that game. I had actually beaten the whole thing.
It's like you had to exercise the demon, like get it out.
I need GTA 5 so I can play a good open world game.
I could not wait to have that on PC.
I'm dying.
Can't wait.
So, next question, and this one is not for the faint of stomach / heart.
Good Lord.
Elliot W. writes, my grandfather recently had hernia surgery and had to get a penile catheter.
Mm-hmm.
The nurse, who was just out of school, this does not fucking surprise me whatsoever, proceeded to put it in too far up his penis.
Oh, God.
My grandfather did not notice anything was wrong until the doctor pointed it out in his checkup a few days later, but when it was removed, it, quote, swelled up like a stud horse, unquote. It is now almost a week later, and the swelling has still not went down. He fears that the swelling will never go down. He'll be left with a permanent horse dick.
But is his dick like black and blue bruised, or
I don't know.
Does it say that?
My question to you guys
God.
is, what would you do if you had his now gigantic horse?
Yeah, like,
cock?
is it a blessing or a
I'd
curse?
sue
I don't
the
know.
hospital.
I don't know what it is.
Get money.
I mean,
Just get
money and then
it
fuck
off.
all the bitches
Yeah.
with your horse cock. Like,
Just
what are you complaining about?
become the guy that's on every single sidebar advertisement on porn sites. Like, doctors hate him because his dick is so big.
Doctors say
Damn, you
See
could actually make
how
a shit ton of money for that.
See how you can
true.
have a huge dick with just shoving a catheter up your urethra.
God, no.
Oh, Hex just threw up everywhere. Yeah, one of the only people in here probably has had more than one
I've had a
catheter.
catheter.
How
Yeah.
far do they usually supposed to put it? Like, I don't even know.
Not
I've never
that
had one. So,
far,
like,
apparently.
is it just supposed to be able to? Yeah, I don't know. John, like, do they? Is there
Just up
dangerous?
into your bladder. Just up
Just in
into
the-
your bladder.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Oh,
Oh, that's
The hernia is fucking bad enough to have that stacked on top of it.
yeah.
Yep.
This guy should
Like,
get paid. Like,
Can
you
we
said.
stop talking about it?
Oh,
It's so
God.
gross.
it's
It's
upsetting.
so gross.
Jeez.
Hex, it went far enough up to make you want to die.
To make you want to die. God damn.
It's pretty
Like, now
bad.
I'm actually having anxiety because I know at some point in my life they're gonna have to cut me
Yeah.
open and fucking do something
They
to
don't
me,
just-
and I'm
don't
gonna be
get
so
open.
anxious.
Scott, just don't do anything that you can get a hernia from. All right,
Yeah,
just keep
God.
doing what you're doing. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Alright. Yeah.
Just keep living your life.
Keep not lifting
Just keep
anything
sitting
heavy.
at the computer and
ever.
living my life, and
Yeah.
I'll be fine. I won't lift anything. Yeah.
All right. Next email here. God. After years in development, he's finally ready to share his 12-inch secret. Click to learn more. Oh, those ads are the best. You know what my favorite thing on YouTube is now? Is the ad with the Asian dude just eating and eating and eating and being like, yo, you want to get
actually
swole
haven't seen this.
and still eat this much? And he's like eating like 70 pounds of like rice and shit. Like, and he's just like,
Why
and
is
he's
he eating
super
rice,
ripped.
Dan?
He is literally eating rice, like in the thing, and he's ripped as hell. And he's just like, you know, you can eat all this, and he's chewing into the microphone, and like it's the best. It's like a good 2-minute ad that you can get before like
It's one of those
videos.
YouTube ones.
Yeah, yeah.
Where I gotcha.
It's fucking awesome. Because
He's
it's
chewing into the
obviously
microphone
bullshit.
like a Twitch streamer. Not a Twitch streamer, just Twitch streamers.
So, next question. Dear KBMOD, so today I have a question for you regarding embarrassing situations that came to mind after witnessing a particularly embarrassing one in person today. Backstory, I work at Starbucks and was making a frappuccino for a rather pretty girl. As I finished pouring it in the cup, I asked her if she wanted whipped cream. Upon answering in the affirmative, her mother followed up by saying, yeah, she loves that stuff. You could just stick that thing in her mouth and pump it in if you wanted.
I can totally imagine someone's mother saying that and not realizing what they had just done.
God.
Oh God.
Upon seeing her
That-
face go a shade of red I'd yet to see in the human complexion before, I was curious as to whether or not any members of the KBMOD podcast have ever witnessed a similar situation between a child and parent, or ever had something similar done to yourselves by your own parents. Sincerely, Sky.
No.
Dandy.
Nothing even close.
Nothing
No.
of that fucking caliber.
No.
Good God.
That mom did not know what
That's
she said
excellent.
either at all. There's no way.
I
I
can
had
see it now.
Yeah, it's almost like
See
a
it in-
that happened scenario. It's almost unbelievable. I can partially believe it, but I don't know. That's like that's such a good quote.
one. That's a good
Yeah.
quote.
Stick
too
that
perfect.
thing in her
I've
mouth
had a-
and pump it in if you wanted.
Yeah, that. That one's hard to beat. I've had my own foot and mouth stuff when I used to work executive IT support for one of the companies in Pennsylvania before I moved out here.
Executive IT support?
Listen!
Hold on.
No,
is
he
that
did.
your title or that you're doing IT work for executives? Because if you have executive before an IT position, that just sounds so loaded.
No. It was because I was supporting executives. Yeah,
Okay.
I was supporting executives. Yeah. I had to say my full title though. Anyway. So we were doing a thing where we were giving all of the administrators for the executives new laptops, and for some reason, I had been trying to get like the last person done. So I went up to her. Her name was she was like the head admin, and I was always like nervous around her because she was kind of like intimidating, and she was the only one that I feel like really like trusted me or liked me yet. And I got real nervous. I don't know why. Like I walked up and I could tell I was interrupting something, and I started getting nervous. Like maybe this is a bad time. And I walk up to her and I said, "Hey, Shelly, when can I do ya?" And as it was coming out of my mouth, I realized I didn't have the next part of the sentence finished. Like when can I do? Like when can I do ya? I mean, and then I was like, I mean, the laptop. When we're gonna give you a new laptop, and I just started like stuttering, and I turned like beet red. And she didn't she was like just deadpan, like looked at me, and she's like, "I'll let you know when you can do me," she said, and then I walked away.
Did you end up
That's
smashing
even
it off
worse.
though? Did you end up smashing that off?
No. She was in her 50s. God bless her.
Yeah, and
But
No fucking problem with that.
And
no,
she
I
will
just
show you how it's done.
God
holy
damn.
shit.
Scott, that's the
Anyway,
beginning of a pornography. She's got
I
to
know,
teach you
I
the
know.
ways. The ways of the
You bring that
warrior.
laptop up.
The
she
ways
shuts
of the
door.
warrior. What?
She
The
shuts
ways
that
of
door.
the warrior.
The ways of the sexual warrior princess.
Sounds like that erotic dinosaur fiction from a few weeks ago.
oh god. Oh, we're getting some stories in the chat. What the hell?
My dad cut the grass and the ass. Oh, well, that's not that funny. When can I
Wow.
stick my penis inside you, Shelly?
What can I
Just
do
straight-
ya? Fucking. Oh well.
I said something actually on the phone with a user the other day at work that was like totally innuendo, but I did not mean it that way at all. I can't even remember what it was though, but it was that she did not even react. But like, yeah, it can happen.
Yeah.
You never know.
That one's really good. I mean, that one's just so good because, I mean,
Let me
yeah,
read the
whipped
line
cream cans are prime for that kind of misunderstanding.
one more time. You could just stick that thing in her mouth and pump it in if you wanted.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's just
Jesus.
too much. It's just too much to process right now.
Oh man.
All right. Next question. This is the last one.
Oh god.
Ryan D writes, "Salutations. I come from a country," this is the best part of the whole thing, if you guys get it. "I come from a country that leads the nation in underage drinking and alcoholism, and I could not be more proud. This is a land of magic where drinking games involve throwing darts towards each other at extreme velocities, and the women never know they are pregnant due to their increasing beer guts,
Oh my god.
only to amazingly shit out mostly healthy babies after months of binge drinking. After a night of hard drinking, I always wake up in the morning and I get the poison out of my body. The poison is an extremely large, sloppy, and sulfurous shit that screams out my anus. The poison always black in color and a true test of the flushing power of one's toilet. My question to you is, what are your post-drinking / hangover rituals? What is the most awful morning after experience that you can think of?" First of all, he comes from a country that leads the nation. I come from the country of Pennsylvania. I come from, wow. Anyway, Mad Pup YT. Thank you very much for the question. And actually, it does say county. I've read it wrong.
County, yeah.
But wow, how would you know that even? So what are your post-drinking hangover rituals? What was the most awful morning after experience?
Feel like garbage.
To me, it's all about the prep going in. It's usually I mean, there's stuff that can help. I don't know. I mean, I also
Charcoal
don't drink
pills.
as much as I used to. Charcoal pills, to me, do work. I've used
Charcoal
them quite a bit.
pills are the thing best.
It's a
that
good,
I've
and also
experienced so
have a
far.
lot of water in your system before you start
Yeah.
fucking going super hard.
Yeah.
Well,
Vitamin
and
water
during.
cures all.
And during,
if you
yeah,
drink
during.
during, it's also gonna help.
Yeah, but
Hair
drink
of
all
the dog,
Gatorade.
baby. I don't know. I think you gotta, if your stomach's really upset, that's the worst. Not even if you're throwing up, but if your stomach's upset the next day, that is the worst, because then you can't even eat
Yeah.
to like, or feel good about it to like even feel any better at all. And that is the worst. So I've been so hungover before where even drinking water, I've then thrown up the water.
I've done that. I did that
And
last weekend.
that sucks. Because then you're like, literally nothing I can do.
You just need an IV at that point. It's the
Yeah.
only thing that'll help you.
Yeah, I mean, it's whew. Trying to think of like, actually, when I shit myself, I had no hangover at all. Because
Good Lord.
that had been evacuated out of my body completely.
Wow.
I think throwing up is actually a good strategy. If you're
get it
okay
out.
with forcing yourself to throw up, do it.
If you're at that point, yeah,
Yeah.
just get it over with. But
Well, you'll feel better though. You like,
Don't get
almost
drunk enough
always
to
you'll-
have a hangover. That's also a solution.
Well, that's just dumb. That's just
No one does that.
Why the fuck do people want to put themselves in a situation where they are puking? It fucking sucks.
it's
It feels like shit.
fun.
I had a lot of
feels
fun
awful.
up until that point.
Yeah, it was that, that and that line.
People
a lot
are
of
fucking
times
dumb.
is too
You
blurry.
guys are dumb.
Too blurry.
It's good times.
John and I went out and drank, $80 worth of Dollar Gin and Tonics one night. We felt terrible the next day. It was awesome.
It was a good time. I enjoyed it, yes. And I would do that again, and I would do that regularly. It's about the value. It's about the fact that we drank $80 worth of Dollar
Yeah.
Gin and Tonics.
Yeah.
That was a
That's
great
what-
deal
I
that
think
was
we should
not
sum it up
deal.
to.
Pass that up. Couldn't
Yeah.
pass that up.
And, I mean, fun stuff. I had a great time last night. I sent out a tweet that was all the letter P. Like, that's, that was worth it in the end. I was just super tired today. I wasn't even like hungover. I was really tired though. That's how I get now that I'm old. I'm just tired the next day. I don't even get like throw up drunk anymore. But I don't know. A good huge breakfast is always good.
Yeah.
Like
Does help.
Salty, though. Like salty,
Yeah.
fatty, gross breakfast.
have a good go-to breakfast through the next morning that you can depend on. That's a good one. A lot of dudes that I drink with do a water every time they do a beer. So they'll drink a beer, then they'll drink a water.
You should probably tell that to
Oh.
my father.
It works really well for them. So then you can drink more too. Hell yeah, McDonald's breakfast. Anything greasy is actually super good because the enzymes in greasy foods will actually help process the alcohol.
Dr.
So-
Dan.
Boom.
And he's a professional.
But I will say
Don't
this.
try this at home, kids.
Scott and Nick are right. Charcoal pills will help most people.
You're also not supposed to do them very frequently
Yeah.
because it
Yeah.
absorbs all that. It absorbs the bad stuff and the good stuff. So
Yeah. You can fuck up your stomach.
I'm not
chemistry with those.
putting anything in my body that has charcoal in it.
Charcoal.
it's used for other shit.
You will eat my barbecued food. There's charcoal in that.
Yeah, that's an exception. Okay, there's a little nuance there, but not just straight charcoal pills. If it has a name
Sometimes I
on
don't
it.
even take the pills. I just literally suck on bricks of charcoal.
Oh, that's
Go down to your local Ralph's and just buy a bag.
God.
It's delicious, and you know what? Then I can drink a shit ton. So
Yep.
It's not a big deal.
Horny Ethiopian child in the chat. Eat a meal before drinking. Never drink on an empty stomach. I would say.
Yeah.
Never
But that-
drink.
Never
on
do
an
a
Well-
lot of things on an empty stomach.
You will feel like shit pretty quick,
That'll
dude.
destroy you.
Like,
That's when you drink on an empty stomach. Not only does it hit you faster, but then the whole thing. Yeah, it's just a bad start. The
You'll
whole
throw
thing
up
will be
really
bad. You will.
easily
You will
then.
100% throw up.
yeah. So
It'll be over.
there you go. Drinking tips from a bunch of professionals.
There you go.
I've shit myself in a bus stop. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, you're the king.
I've been down many roads.
God. I think you're the only person that can say that in this group for sure.
Replace the ice in your drinks with charcoal briquettes.
It's really smart.
I also tried to pee in a closet at one point and then run home through the ghetto. Like, I would have for sure gotten mugged. I had people come get me 5 times. I kept trying to run home from this party. Drinking's awesome. It's the best. All right, guys, that is it. Episode 153 of the KBMOD podcast.
Featuring, by the way, Skrillex's mom has been real quiet, but she's been here. I want to thank her for being here with
Yeah,
us.
thank you so much.
Very nervous on her first time on the cast.
Yeah, it's fair
whatever
enough.
Skrillex's last name is.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on. I know you're busy, so we love your son's wubs, and
Son's webs are great.
they're pretty good wubs. So we'll see you guys next week for episode 154. We will be Brandonless again, so he will be.
So you guys
still
have
on
a
the
little
outside
bit of
the
freedom to act really fucky while he's gone, but you still,
Yes.
you know what I mean? Like, we're not getting the amount of retweets we'd like, but you have one more week to be fucking shitlords.
Yeah.
So be excited.
So thank you all for coming out. You can follow each of us on Twitter. Our Twitter's on the screen. APLFisher, NFEN, KBMOD John, AllShamNoWow, Infinite Sad with 2 Ds. That fucking guy with the Nipnops handle still has not got back to me. You can see all of us. Some of us stream on Twitch. Some of us don't. Some of us are Nick Fenton. So
Most of us are Nick Fenton.
we are all Nick Fenton.
Most respectable people are Nick Fenton.
Yeah. So we'll see you guys next time. And thank you very much. Later, bros.
Yep. See you guys.
Yep.
There
I
you
forgot
go.
that I had to do that.
Everyone in chat's already waiting. They're like,
I forgot. I was like, oh wait, there's an extra thing. Yep. There we
All
go.
right. Later, guys.
see you guys.
This yatas with question marks.